Well, did I tease it enough in the last video? Or is this the one you're watching before the other one? Anyway, timelines, Megatron and Bumblebee. This is Hearts of Steel. It was a comic book by IDW. And it was boiled down, what if Transformers but steampunk? To a certain extent. Like the Mark Twain era. That kind of stuff. We've taken a look at the Optimus and the Starscream. Well, who else are they going to do besides Megatron and Bumblebee? And I'm not going to show you the back because it ruins the joke of this review. But it's very nice sort of brown package, which is a slip cover. And it folds like a book. You'll have to read my mind if you want to know what I'm thinking about reading, but you can probably take a wild guess. So, time to put this back on the sleeve. Put the sleeve back on. Stop fighting me. It needs a sleeve. It's worth 25 cents. Card collecting. It mostly sucks. Let's take a look at Megatron first. We'll do it in reverse order. And this certainly is a Megatron. It's fairly unique as Megatrons go. It kind of reminds me of that Cyberverse Black Megatron a little bit. Only I think this is probably closer like pewter, maybe? Some shade of brown. It does have vague echoes of Megatron. Like the head. The helmet is the right shape. Kind of. If we compare him to Siege Megatron, certainly something. I have another Megatron for size comparison, but I'm not really show him yet. He's right over there. He's certainly something. Yeah. Nice Decepticon insignia for a spot of color. And yeah, the massive Beyblades on his shoulders. They give me Psykill energy. And I'm not mad about it. Here's how he looks next to Starscream. Articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint. Lots of movement. Shoulders, two-way, universal. The wheels on their own hinge, but they do get in the way of a little bit. He can't fully T. You kind of have to move stuff around using a bicep swivel. That's right there. Along with a double jointed elbow. Which is nice. And still no wrist swivel. We do have a waist swivel. Have a waist swivel. Suck it, Screamer. Along with hips that go out unhindered because there's nothing. Thigh swivel. Very deep, super deep knee bend with some unfortunately hollow shins. And a bit of a pivot, but a forward and back joint. So this Megatron is just hilarious to me. Especially for what he's about to turn into. I don't think you're ready for it. Now, picture Megatron in your mind. He's been everything from a gun to a tank to a big purple dragon to a big red... Oh, go back on that. A big purple T-Rex to a big red dragon. Everything from the Unicron trilogy, randomness. Now, wager a guess at what this Megatron will turn into. These wheels are a hint. Are they a hint enough? Let's look at his one accessory, his fusion cannon. Well, it can plug in its dedicated spot right there. I'm not mad about it not being on the side of his arm. Just for, hilarity. You could plug it theoretically into his hand. Not really. Plug it into this hand. Or plug it here. But Megatron's known for having it there. There's some nice gold detail on it, some rivets. It does look a bit like a cannon off a ship, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into that after we look at Bumblebee. Here is Bumblebee. Isn't he just adorable? It looks like he's wearing his brother's clothes. Like his older brother, because things look a bit too big on his small body, don't they? Like the massive shoulder pads, the big belly. Same. Where's Optimus Prime? There's Optimus Prime. And yes, he is small, but he's Bumblebee. He's supposed to be small. Articulation. Head is on a ball joint. Shoulders also on a ball joint. Elbow bends. And hey look, we have something close to a wrist joint. It just folds down instead of rotates. It also does that. Waist swivel. You have a similar joint that was on Starscream. This bend in the back. Hips are universal. Alright, shoulders can go out and forwards on their ball joint. So universal hips go out every single direction. Thigh swivel. Knee bend very deep, just like Megatron. And these massive feet do have a decent ankle pivot. And they're on two joints, so you can get some really wild things out of them. Like, they're free reign, I guess, on the ankles. Accessories. He's got accessories. First off, possibly the world's smallest gun. Pathetic plastic pistol. Looks right out of the dollar store. But it's a gun. And I thought Optimus Prime was Thor. But Bumblebee has a hammer. Autobot themed. Bonk, 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 bonk. Well, he certainly does have the wrist articulation to make it work. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And nowhere else to store them in robot mode. So let's transform Bumblebee first by folding in the wrists. And honestly, this transformation is the one that kind of gives me a bit more hassle. Like, I transformed him once, like back and forth, and then when I went back to do him, I'm like, wait, how does that work? So collapse the ankle into the leg. We're going to tab them together. We're going to use this joint, but there are other things like take these sections and fold them like that. Take the sections the arms are on, and also we need to rotate that down because that's going to go right there. And then these sections are going to come in front, but you have to get the arms out of the way. Like the arms have to go back, and then they have to go back even further in a very specific way. And you have to bend the elbow so it'll be in there. And then this section is going to close up completely. So let's get the arm, hopefully, out of the way. There, clearance. We need it. Let's just remove that panel for now. Let's just remove that panel for now. It'll be fine, I think. Oh, hold on. This piece was in the way. Now, we should have the clearance to pop the arm off the ball joint. Haven't done that before. I don't think we want to do that. But let's try popping it back on. Here we go. This transformation. I popped it off again. Holy crap. How? There we go. Close that up. Close that. Fold the legs back, and the legs are going to tab in right there. Now, these panels are going to... You kind of have to flex them a little, unfortunately, but you want them right there. Fold his head in completely, hopefully. Ah, God damn it. Oh God, that I don't like this. I don't like this. It feels like I'm putting too much force into it. But also these arms are going to go there. Ugh, God! Let's put the things back. Panel. That's going to go back on. And cover up the arms. And last but not least, take the wheel sections, rotate them, and they are going to plug into the arms on the tabs right there. And there you have Bumblebee in his little adorable train mode. It's cute. Was the process worth it? I'm not sure. But he's got old-timey wheels with the couplings and everything. The coupling doesn't move, but he's got this massive hump. Like, I thought this part was going to open just like I thought it was going to open on Optimus, but no, it doesn't. And then you got it says B. B on both sides. That's adorable. It fills up your hand. It's accessories that I totally remembered. For vehicle mode storage, you take the gun and plug it in between his arms like that. And take the hammer and stick it between his legs. It just kind of fits right in there. Sea spray. Where's your... Come on, sea spray. So we'll do size comparison, but first, let's transform Megatron. So, Megatron, fold his head into his chest. Wow! I am impressively doing bad today. I've never popped a foot off before, but fold it up into the leg, rotate the legs, and they're going to fold in on themselves. Right there. And that's all you're doing with the legs. Come to the arms. You want to rotate them at the bicep. Hinge this piece. Fold the wheel. Nope. The wrist did not come off with the gray piece. It was supposed to come off. Holy crap. There we go. Fold the wrist in. I hope that's in the right spot for when I... Yes. Open. Fold in. Inside his arm is a tiny little piece. So fold that out and then rotate. You're going to use the double jointage. And there's a specific slot in his back that the gray piece tabs into. So when you have that lined up, you will have the arms theoretically lined up there. Everything together. Fold the wheel. And that's one side done. The other side, do the same thing, only it's got this extra panel that doesn't actually factor in at all. Fold out the little, I imagine it's supposed to be a gun-esque thing. But arm, make sure it lines up properly. It can be a bit of a hassle to get everything lined up, but once you do, there you go. And it is also going to tab in and take his accessory, plug it in right into that port, and there you have a mortar cannon. Now, earlier, when I told you to picture what this will turn into, did you have mortar cannon in your mind? Congrats, I guess. You've seen videos of this toy before. If not, don't feel too bad about it. I don't think anyone could have expected this. So did that one TF Wiki writer actually sacrificed her firstborn son? Anyone find out about that? But yes, this isn't old school. Like, this is so far past old school. It's freaking medieval. I love it. It does feel very much like a medieval tank, which feels appropriate for Megatron. I love the spiked wheels, like all the freaking. It doesn't feel like it's very easy to maneuver, but then mortar cannons really aren't. You wheel them around, set them up, and just fire. You have to do a lot of maneuverability, I imagine, to set them up at a different angle once you've set it up. But like, this is by far the easiest transformation. Like, there's barely anything to it. It's such a weird shape. Like, it's a mortar cannon made of folded up robot. I guess it's better than a handheld pistol. Like, the barrel looks like it could hold something. Possibly. Hold the barrel of another gun. It's not deep enough to get any friction. Or maybe something with a smaller peg can handle it. Also, the piece at the back looks like you could try and do that, but no. This freaking thing is absolutely hilarious. I definitely think this qualifies as an oddball in my collection. Because I've never seen anything like it, and I don't think I ever will. So here's how these two look together. Bumblebee can sit on the back of Megatron. It's adorable. I do have one worry about this. Getting the head back out. You saw how much trouble and how much force I had to apply to get the head to go back in. It feels like it needs just as much force to get the head back out. That worries me. Longevity worries me. So, it's my only little thing. He's got Autobot symbol there and on his belly. Completely unnecessary. This one. It's adorable. I'm not sure if this is actually based on any real type of train. I'm sure a train expert will tell me in the comments. He's got to look next to his commander. So, be right back. Here's Bumblebee with Optimus. And just for the sake of it, here's a truck next to a train. Wildly out of scale. Here's Megatron and Starscream. I cut off the tip. Here's all four of them. So if you're into this idea at all, go get them. Go get them. They're good toys. And honestly, I hope Hasbro keeps making more. I hope we buy enough so they make more, because they did say they're going to do timelines every year. I hope we get the Shockwave that turns into a frickin' boat. Like, I hope we need that. If I had to pick which one is my favorite, I think Megatron, just for the absurdity of the idea and how he doesn't fit in with the other three. They're all from relatively the same time period, and then there's just Megatron. Go find your own trains. Go train spotting. Go catch yourself an Orient Express. But also buy some toys, because they're good, and I want more of this idea. I want more from Hearts of Steel. So, till next time, choo choo, choo choo. Piss off the lot of ya. This is Crossrail. Or just keep it weird and make sure not to miss your train. Next one's coming in 15 minutes. Bye.